My name is Charlotte and welcome to my video. I just wanted to give a little bit of context before jumping into this video. So last week I climbed Kilimanjaro, I did the 7-day Machame Route and I went with a company called City Mountaineering. I was a solo traveller, but the group I joined was incredible and we had a huge amount of fun along the way. So I would highly recommend them and I will leave the link in the description box for them. Before this trip I had done no walking, climbing, apart from walking to work. So I have no experience. However, I did visit the London Altitude Centre around 7 times and I think that just helped to build my confidence before the climb. I will say I'm not a YouTuber, so apologies for the content. It's not always super high quality. I hope you enjoy it. I watched a lot of these videos before I did the climb and found them really useful, so hopefully you will too, and I really enjoyed documenting the journey. We are just about to start our climb of Kili. This is day 1. We're doing the Machame Route and just at the sign and going for our little pre-briefing. It has literally just started to rain, so luckily it's not too bad, but I do have my hat and everything on ready for the rain. So, and we are off. Look at the little monkeys. And we are starting the track. We have just arrived in tent after a successful day 1. We left camp a lot later. We should have left at 10 AM this morning and we ended up leaving at 2 PM, which means that we didn't really take any breaks today. We just walked straight, probably about 5 or 6 hours. We got here about 7 o'clock and we're just unpacking our tents. We haven't eaten yet, so we're going to do that in a minute. Today was more challenging than I expected actually. It rained the entire time. I did have a headache, but I think that's just from waiting around this morning and also a lack of water, and the veggie food wasn't that good today. But I think it's good to get day 1 out of the way and looking forward to tomorrow. Okay, we are just leaving camp number 1. It was an extremely wet night, but we survived. I'm so glad I had a 5-season sleeping bag because it made such a difference. I was not cold at all. And I think today is probably going to be much the same as yesterday. So I'm wearing a waterproof and then just a t-shirt underneath, purely because I can't be bothered to take everything out my bag later because that's quite a faff. So yeah, here we are, and I think you can see a ridge. I think some people have seen sights of the mountain today. I haven't, but I believe it is up beyond the clouds up there. Looking forward to day 2. Day 2 climbing. We've just come from down there. Butte view. We're above the clouds. And we're going up, up, up. Pretty much in the clouds. We have hiked all the way from the bottom of the mountain, somewhere down there. And now I think we're about 15 minutes away from camp. Not gonna lie, it's been really tough. I've had a headache throughout, and so has one of the other guys. I haven't taken any aspirin, so I think I probably will for the next few days. Definitely feels a lot better being at the top because it's been really quite steep today. Very rocky, but good fun. And now just a little bit further to go. We've reached a bit of a flat surface, but it's nice and sunny up here. It's actually quite warm, and yeah, really stunning scenery today, so all good. Excited to get to camp, and we should be there before lunchtime or just after, so we'll have all afternoon just to chill. is day 3, just woken up in camp, and I just thought I would come and quickly show you this incredible view. Pretty incredible. That mountain over there is around 4,500, I think. It's just absolutely stunning, and I've got my tea. Very happy camper. It was quite cold last night actually. I did still sleep in thermals, but lifting my head out of the sleeping bag was quite cold. But it's only, I've got loads more layers, so I think that's good. And yeah, when you're waking up to this sort of a view, I don't think it matters. Today is meant to be quite a difficult day. We are going up another 800 meters to around 4,500, and then we are having lunch at somewhere called Lava Tower, and then we're coming back down and sleeping low, and I'll keep you updated on the progress. But for now, cheers. Okay, we are on the day 3 track, and we can finally see Kili. Let me zoom in. There is where we are climbing to.
Yeah.
Woohoo! We've just left the clouds behind us. How you doing, Kate?
Good. Well, hot, but good.
Sun creaming out. We are ready. It's very hot today, but that is just what we need. Incredible porters carrying all the massive bags up. I don't know how they do it. It is incredible. So you can see it's kind of sparse, a little bit rocky. Kili is somewhere up there. It is cloudy, so you can't see it now. Earlier it was a bit sunnier, but happy campers are all a little bit spread out now. But yeah, still going. Feeling okay actually. No headache just yet. Drinking lots of water. Hopefully today I won't get one. It is snowing. Would you call this snow, Stu?
Yes, definitely snow.
Snow, sleet. But we are continuing on, nearly up to base camp height. Well, we'll have lunch and then we'll descend back down.
It's better to be snowing
So,
than
yeah.
raining.
Yeah, better be snowing than raining. All good. I've made it to Lava Camp. Can't really see because it's very snowy. I think we're in the clouds. But it's been about a 4.5 hour walk, and we are gonna have lunch. Hello, okay, day 3 is done. We are now at Branco Wall, although you won't be able to see it because it's so misty, but effectively quite a difficult wall that we'll be trying to scale tomorrow. So today was actually really fun. They say it's one of the hardest days bar the summit day because it's a really long one. So we did 4.5 hours up to base camp altitude, and as you'll have seen, it was snowing when we got there, and then we had some lunch, tried to acclimatise, and then we walked back. I didn't film the walk back down because we were going at some pace. It was actually pouring with rain, and it was quite steep as well. But yeah, everyone was saying today was going to be really, really tough, but I really enjoyed it. The team here have been amazing. Like, some people were feeling headachy or a little bit sick, but nothing major. And everyone's just been amazing and trooped through, which I think is really, really good. So yeah, really glad that I've got through today. I'm about to go into the mess tent, which is there, and have some warm nuts and tea. One thing I would say is that I brought 2 1-litre Naglene water bottles, and a tip if you're climbing is that I would have rather bought a smaller bottle so that I could carry it easily while I'm walking. The 1-litre one is quite difficult because it's got such a wide mouth that you kind of are tipping it over your entire face when you're trying to drink when you're walking, and it's quite heavy. So yeah, I would advise bringing a smaller bottle. Okay, so this is the view I was just talking about earlier. This is the Branco Wall, just clearing up, and we are gonna climb that tomorrow. Day 4. We are off to climb. Can't really see it, but a big wall. This morning was absolutely freezing, but laid up, gloves on, sun's out, and we are ready to go. And this is the Barranco wall that we are climbing. Looks pretty steep. Apparently it's not too bad. Okay, we've just come from the valley down there, and if you can see it, all the way across there, up there. This is some of the stuff we're climbing down, and then going back up. How are you finding it?
Sick. We are loving it.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, we are assuming about 3/4 of the way up the Barranco wall. So far feeling good. It's very rock climby, mountainy, but a lot of fun. And yeah, touch wood. Feeling good so far. You see the kind of terrain we're walking along. All the way up, feeling good. Started off this morning absolutely freezing. I was in thermals and about 4 layers and gloves, and I couldn't get my fingers warm. And now it's absolutely boiling. I'm in 2 layers and I'm still hot. But all good. Day 4. We have just climbed the Barranco wall, and now we are literally on top of the clouds. Beautiful, beautiful scenes. Everyone has made it, which is incredible, and yeah, it was actually really fun. Really fun kind of rock climbing, and it got quite steep and tricky at times, but good to push ourselves. I think now we have about 2 or 3 more hours until we get to camp, which is down, up, and then tomorrow we have a short walk, and tomorrow evening we start the summit. So touch wood, things go fine from here, but I've actually really enjoyed it so far. Apart from the cold this morning, which was quite challenging, I've really enjoyed everything that we've done. It's been really fun, the group's been amazing, and I haven't found myself having to dig deep mentally, because it's been quite enjoyable. So fingers crossed it stays that way. Okay, just checking in. After we stopped at the top of the Barranco wall and had photos, I actually started to get a really bad headache, but I just took some paracetamol and now I feel a lot better. We've just been doing a really long climb, which has felt like a bit of a slog, hasn't it? Felt like a bit of a slog.
A long slog. Exactly.
And now, but yeah, now I'm feeling a lot better. I just thought I'd come and be truthful to say that I wasn't feeling that great, but feeling good now, and I think we are maybe near camp. I have no idea, to be honest. On our way up. We're now just walking up this hill. We've come from all the way over there. So, welcome back. It is day 4. We have finished our climb and we are back in our tent. This is our teeny tiny tent. Lovely Fortune there, a little flatmate. So yeah, it's about 3:30 now. And is that right? 3:30? My head is burning up a bit, I think, because I am actually a bit sunburnt. But we now have about 3 or 4 hours to chill until dinner. We've just had lunch, which was chips and was incredible. We obviously climbed the Barranco wall this morning, and then we had another like 2-3 hour hike up, basically down this extremely steep mountain cliff edge
Valley.
and then we climbed back to the top, which yeah, I think I struggled a bit with because I thought it was a bit of a shorter day today, so I just mentally hadn't prepared to walk for longer. I felt really good in the morning, and then I had a headache in the afternoon, but I just took some paracetamol and I'm feeling absolutely fine now. I think we are at about 4,500 meters now, or 4,000 meters. 4,000. Tomorrow morning we will go, I think we've got about a 4 or 5 hour walk to base camp, and then tomorrow night we will start the summit. But yeah, just wanted to check in. Think everyone's enjoying it so far.
Yes, it's awesome.
It's awesome, and yeah, it's gone extremely quickly, But yeah, we're just going to try and get some rest. That's the one thing I would say, is that we have really struggled to sleep. I don't think it's because of the altitude. I think it's just...
It's so cold.
It's cold. Although my sleeping bag's been very good, I think just sleeping in a tent is a bit horrific. So yeah, we are definitely sleep lacking. So we're going to try and get a few hours now, or at least just a little bit of a lay down, and then we'll be up for dinner later. Okay, hi. Day 5. We are climbing. There is Kili. Feels so close now. We're just having a quick break. We've come up a fairly steep hill from camp. I think we've got about probably about 4 or 5 hours of trekking today until we get to camp. It is boiling. My lips are so chapped, but feeling good. Had 1 paracetamol this morning, which has sorted me right out because I woke up with a bit of a headache. But yeah, feeling good, just feeling hot, but can't be bothered to take my layers off because pockets with snacks are vital. We've just arrived at camp number 5, I think. We've done day 5. How are you feeling? Exhausted. How are you guys feeling?
Not too bad.
Not too bad, yeah. Only one more big climb to go. So we're literally in the clouds. We did that walk quite quickly, about 3.5 hours. We're going to rest here, have some lunch. They're just building our tents at the moment. That's the mess tent where we'll get some lunch. And then tonight at about 11 o'clock we will start our final push up to the summit, which you can't see because it's so cloudy. But yeah, one more push, I think. We're all tired, but just ready to get up to the summit. Whew. This is reality of climbing Kilimanjaro. Probably can't see me, but we left camp at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and we have an 8-hour climb, literally climb, in the pitch black to get to the top. So far, so good. A little bit cold, but doing well. A very kind porter has my backpack, which is making things a lot easier. And I think we're about 3 hours in, 4 hours in, and it just keeps getting steeper. But this is the challenge, so let's get it. We just reached Stella Point, coming just before sunrise, and we have about an hour and a half to go to reach actual top of Kilimanjaro. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. I can't even explain it. It was horrific. After about 2 hours, I thought we'd done about 6 hours, and I've never nearly fallen back down the mountain so much in my entire life. But wow, it was incredible seeing the moon, and we walked in the pitch black for about 7 hours, and then you see glaciers over there. The peak we are going to is up there, and this is the sunrise that we hiked up for 6 hours, 7 hours. The team are just starting to pour in. Wow, that was so hard. There we go. We made it to the top of Kilimanjaro. This is the view. We're literally above the clouds. Wow, that was without a doubt the hardest thing I've ever done. It was just getting emotional, but it was honestly never ending. It was, I thought the first 2 hours were going to be really easy, but I can't even describe. It was a vertical climb for 8 hours. I'm so pleased. We ended up breaking off into a little group of 5, and we made it to Uhuru Peak, I think is what they call it, in time for the sunrise. And then it was another hour on from there to the actual summit, which is obviously what you can see now. And now we are just on our way back. I don't know how I'm going to make it back down. I'm absolutely exhausted. We set off at midnight and we got here for sunrise, which was 6:30, and obviously then an hour here, so 7:30 or 8. I don't really know what the time is, but yeah, I'm really proud. I'm so happy I've done it. I'm so happy that the little team that I was with, we all pushed ahead and did it, even though we felt horrific. Probably look absolutely terrible now, but I've not showered in 7 days. I have camped for 7 days. I've walked non-stop for 7 days. The porters have been absolutely incredible. And yeah, I didn't think I could do this at the beginning. And I enjoyed the first few days, but my God, was today tough. And also I think something that I really struggled to prepare for is the weather. It turns from being, you know, like -20 today, to now like, I don't know, probably 10 and needing a sun hat and sun cream. So yeah, I don't know, I'm rambling now, but yeah, I just wanted to check in and say we made it. The sun is shining and we are above the clouds. Hi. I just thought I'd come on quickly to give you a quick update, because I know a lot of people finish these sorts of videos when they've reached the summit. Basically you still have to get down from the summit, so it was actually a pretty horrific route down. We basically had to go down, it took about 3 hours in a whole lot of mud and dust. People were literally running down the sand, but it was really steep, so there were a few falls. After being awake for that many hours, it was pretty soul destroying. Got back to camp. You can see it's pretty misty. Got back to camp at about 11 o'clock, I think, and then we've had some lunch just now, and I think it's around 3 o'clock, and at 3:30 we have to do another 2-hour walk back down to another camp where we stay, and then tomorrow will be our final day. So I just wanted to come on and say that it's not, obviously, you don't just get helicoptered off when you've reached the summit, which would be lovely. As you can see, I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm looking completely rank, but that's fine. I was really exhausted at the moment, so 2 hours is going to be pretty difficult, but we will see how it goes.
Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata.
Okay, so we are on the final hour of our hike. This is the very last bit, and we're just coming down a fairly steady, fairly slow incline.
Yeah.
This should take us another hour, and I think we've been going for about 3 hours, maybe. And then we will officially have finished our Kili journey. We're in a beautiful rainforest, and it's actually quite nice to be in a different terrain. It's been so dusty the past couple of days, so it's nice to have muddy boots. And yeah, I think we were just happy we're on our way down and we've finished.